Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. It's been a long time coming with my brother. Man, legends live forever. MJ, it's Kobe. Let's do it, man.
We back. It's been a
We
minute.
back.
It's been a
Been a
minute.
minute. You feel me? I know, like, we was trying to cook some up. I'm like, I'm MJ. Here, Kobe. That's both legends. I'm like, we gotta go ahead and put a name to what we doing and have some consistent. So every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, we gonna be here. We gonna be live. We gonna talk about everything. We be already, you know, we had this little dull period where we wasn't recording, but we would be texting each other, arguing about stuff. Like it be getting heated. So I was like, "What's up? We gotta do this, John.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Let's bring let's bring it back." And can't even lie, bro. It's been a crazy couple of days in this NFL season. Like it's been wild. It's been wild. And I'll honestly say we're gonna start off with, you know, my team. My team, you feel me? And I was at work when this happened. So like I purposely I put on Adam Schefter, you know, his notifications. And once I saw that, like right when free agency hit, that DeAndre Swift he was going to the Bears, I was like, yeah, the Eagles they're going to get Saquon Barkley because talks
Yeah.
was heating up, and it's like my thought process was if you're not comfortable paying DeAndre Swift above market value, but you want to get a good running back, you might as well, if you're going to pay some money for a running back, get a superstar. And that's exactly what the Eagles did. But I was jumping up excited. I was super hyped. This offense is going to be elite. You got, I mean, Saquon's going to do numbers for the Eagles. If he was doing numbers for the Giants, I can only imagine what he's going to do behind that offensive line. But I'll get into my whole spiel after you. What's your thoughts on the Saquon to Philly trade? I mean,
You, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing bad to say. Obviously, Saquon. I mean, as an Eagles fan, I'm sure that made you immensely happy. But to me, just on the outside looking in as just a football fan overall, like I don't think I don't think offense was like really y'all's problem. Like, I mean, obviously getting the offense going was a problem, but like y'all had everything y'all needed on offense. I don't think that y'all needed necessarily to get rid of DeAndre Swift, but I don't believe that y'all got rid of him. I believe y'all just probably didn't want to pay him what he wanted necessarily. So I see why the move had to be made, and he went to Chicago and he got what he wanted. That being said, though, y'all paid Saquon, and I like it. I actually don't like it. I like it for y'all. I hate it for me. Hate it for the Cowboys. But as a Cowboys fan, we saw Saquon twice a year anyway. Hell, once a year most of the time because he always hurt. But hopefully he stays healthy and y'all get some good production out of him. But I mean, I thought defense was really y'all's problem. I'm still waiting to see what y'all gonna do. On the defensive side of the ball, obviously, I think there are some things that need to be corrected and handled on that side.
oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, as far as Saquon go, like Saquon gonna be Saquon. And obviously with that offensive line, I'm sure that y'all will get mass production. Hopefully y'all use him. Y'all paying him all of this money. Hopefully y'all actually hand him the ball. I think that was another one of y'all's problems last year is for whatever reason y'all didn't think that handing DeAndre Swift the ball was going to get the job done for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Hopefully now that you've paid Saquon, you say, hey, I'm giving this guy all this damn money. Let me hand him the ball. But the incompetence of y'all's coaching staff to run the ball, hopefully that still kicks in and
No, no, we don't need that. We do not need that. Here's my thing, bro.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni. I'm looking straight into the camera. Nick Sirianni. Stay the hell away from this offense. We don't want you by this offense. Get away. This is Kellen Moore's thing. This is Kellen Moore's thing. Literally, don't jack this up. All you got to do, you're a CEO coach. You just manage everything, right? So manage everything, but keep your hands off the offense because we don't need your help. Don't be screwing that up because messing with you, you're going to go out here and maybe he was the one that was calling them bubble screens for Kenneth Gainwell. And you got all like, no, let a guy who, whatever your thoughts is about Kellen Moore, he's better than Brian Johnson. He's better than Nick Sirianni.
No. What are your thoughts about Kellen Moore? You're the one, you hated Kellen Moore. You hate Kellen Moore. I don't want to hear
no, I mean, like,
hear this. I don't
no,
like
I've changed. I've had a change of heart.
No, you haven't. He's been hired. Y'all are paying him, and so you're like, I guess I gotta roll with him. That's not. I
gotta roll with it.
That's not.
I gotta roll with it. Here's my thing: like, you gotta be a terrible OC to jack this up. Like, I don't even think Brian Johnson could really like offensively jack this up. Like, how?
We saw it happen once.
Huh?
We saw it happen once.
Bro, it's not gonna happen again. That's not gonna happen again. Hey, if y'all listening right now, Kellen Moore, I was down on him at first. But he literally got a Ferrari for Christmas. Like today or yesterday, March 11th, that was Christmas for Kellen Moore. He got what his wish was. Best believe he was behind that, telling him, yo, if you give me a running back that can not only run, but can catch the ball, and can pass block, all at an elite level. And what he did with Austin Eckler, and he got him 50 catches, 400 receiving yards. Same with Ezekiel Elliott, 50 catches, over 400 receiving yards. What is he going to do with Saquon Barkley? So this offense is going to be electric.
Offense before though,
huh?
We've seen Kellen Moore mess up in offense before.
How? Whose offense?
The Dallas Cowboys offense? That wasn't Kellen Moore's fault?
This is Dak. That's Dak's fault. I'm not trying to hear that. Nobody can fix Dak. He's trash. He's a scrub.
Trash
you know
crazy.
this.
Trash is crazy. Trash is crazy. I can't do this. We're not going to start the season off like this, bro. We're not going to start the new year off like this.
No, it's just like, you know that Dak ain't it. I don't even know why y'all trying to extend him. Like, you trying to extend Dak. That's some me. Get into that a little bit later.
All right.
Yeah, let me.
If it wasn't Dak Prescott, what would you do?
If it wasn't Dak Prescott, I'd go with Trey Lance. What you gotta lose? You already not gonna get to the Super Bowl, so you might as well just start over. See, you can get some, elite weapons on offense to pair up with CD Lamb. Get some guys on defense. Give Micah Parsons some help because he be getting doubled and stuff. Although he does have to show up in the postseason, but you only are doing so much if you're paying Dak $60 million a year, which is what he wants. Like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. What can you do? Even if it's not 60 million, if it's 55 million, what you gonna do with that, bro?
You
can't do nothing with that.
What can't you do with Dak Prescott?
What can't you do? You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. That's why y'all literally haven't made one move. And we can get right into that. Because y'all haven't made one move this offseason. Why is that? I'm trying to figure out. I thought y'all was getting Derrick Henry.
I don't have
Pollard's out the door.
When Tony Pollard went to the Titans, I thought the same thing that you thought when your boy went to Chicago. I'm like, oh, Tony to the Titans. That means we getting Derrick Henry. No, didn't happen. Okay, we getting Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon goes to Houston for a 7th round. Didn't happen. I don't know what's going on. I have no answer for this. I literally don't know. I guess we're going into rebuild. Honestly, I don't know.
So Trey Lance is starting.
What? No, hell no.
Next season.
No.
You talking about rebuild?
No. I don't know. I don't know what is good. I don't know what's happening. I couldn't tell you. I honestly do not have an answer for this. This is ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. You were a piece, maybe two away from from anything you could have possibly wanted. And now like we about to go with Rico Dowdle and them Deuce Vaughn. About to be taking kid to work day for the 2024-2025 Cowboys. I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for this. There's not a good answer for this.
So what's your thoughts on Dez Bryant calling out the Cowboys front office?
You know, me and Dez is boys for real, no cap. Like we follow each other on X, formerly known as Twitter and everything. We be talking on there. I have no clue. That Dez is right. He's right. This is horrible. This is the worst front office in the league right now, bro. Because there's no way that you watch Tony Pollard go to the Titans and you say, oh, it might be a good idea for me to pick up Derrick Henry, and you don't do it. There's no way this man buys a house in Dallas and you say, I'm good. There's no way.
Here's the thing, though.
There's no way you watch Saquon go to the Eagles and you say, I'm good. I don't need a running back. Like, I don't know.
But here's the thing that I'm a rebuttal with this. How do we know that Derrick Henry just didn't want to go to Dallas? Like, let's say maybe Jerry Jones did his due diligence and tried to get, or Stephen Jones, they tried to get Derrick Henry to join the Cowboys. And he was like, I saw what y'all did in the postseason. I see that y'all not going to win nothing with Dak Prescott. I see Micah Parsons on podcasts talking with the quarterback that just beat him. That's even crazy in itself. And I know it's athlete, empowerment, but I'm like, my goodness, he's seeing all this dysfunction. He heard Dalton Schultz call y'all's whole environment a zoo. Maybe he was like, shoot, let me go with a 2-time MVP in Lamar Jackson, team that just went to the AFC Championship, and let me go get a ring. Maybe he ain't want to go to Dallas.
I don't believe that was the case. I mean, you could very well be right, but here's the thing: like, I think time and time again, we've been shown that like Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones just aren't going to make a move. I really like. If that was the case, bro, like Derrick Henry lives in Dallas. Like he didn't just buy that house in Dallas. He actually lives in Dallas. Like in the offseason, he lives in Dallas. He trains in Dallas. He does everything outside of like when he was in Tennessee.
Is he from Texas?
I don't know if he's from Texas, but I know he lives in Dallas. Like outside of the season, he lives in Dallas for real. And I'm not even trying to be funny. And like everybody's like, oh, Derrick Henry just bought a house. No, he already lived in Dallas and he was already doing his training in Dallas. I really doubt that was the case. And if it was, then more power to him and I guess the Baltimore Ravens. But I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Like we can talk up and down all day about how good we think the Ravens are and how good we want them to be or whatever. But I mean, they run into the same choking problems every year as well, bro. Like I mean, Lamar Jackson is
Titans.
No. The Ravens. Lamar Jackson is great, but they run into these problems where they get to the playoffs and they forget how to play offense too, bro. Like this isn't like a. Sure, you could say the Ravens was one little chess piece away, but the way that they got beat that day by the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't think that was just one chess piece away. Like they forgot how to play football. They forgot how to play football. And so it's like, I hear what you're trying to say, but honestly, bro, I really don't think that happened. And I don't think that Derrick Henry, I just, it's really hard for me to believe that he was made an offer by the Cowboys and he didn't take it. Or because I believe if he was made an offer by the Cowboys and it came out and the Ravens offered him something and he went back to Jerry and they matched it, I don't think he goes up to Baltimore, bro. He lives in Dallas. I just don't see it.
I mean, he can live like you got NBA players, they hoop in LA, but is everybody or they live in LA in the off season, but is everybody gonna be a Laker? Like
I feel like that's different. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I feel like that's different. I feel like because I think in basketball you have like but so many slots and chances and like it's really a lack of like, I don't know. Football feels like a different game. Like if I'm living in Dallas, like I would probably go and play in Dallas. Like it just feels different than Dallas. To live in Dallas and to live in LA is two totally different things. Like I can live in LA because it's Hollywood. You living in Dallas just in your off season. Like what do you live in Dallas in your off season for? I'm sure it's a great place to live, but like if you living in Dallas in your off season,
But I think that he sees, and Chase made a good point. Although like, I'm not gonna fault the Ravens for losing to Patrick Mahomes. I'm not gonna fault them now. Yes, Lamar Jackson, he's got to be better in the postseason. Like
but they didn't play
any metric, huh?
They didn't just lose to Patrick Mahomes though. I feel like that's the difference in like what you're telling me is like we got beat by Green Bay. They didn't just lose to Patrick Mahomes. They forgot how to play football. Like that's not something Derrick Henry changes.
No, that's worse though. That's worse. No, what y'all put out was much worse than what the Ravens. They just got Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. You knew from that first drive when Travis Kelce got that, it wasn't even a back shoulder, it was like a back waist that Mahomes threw to him on Kyle Hamilton, the best safety in the game. Like you knew from that. I'm like, all right, yep, here we go again. Like we see all the time, Kelce Mahomes. So I'm not gonna fault them. Versus if you get 50 balled at home by a rookie, not by a guy who's in his first full season as a starter, it's like, all right, what much hope am I looking for? What much hope am I looking for? But like back to the Ravens, I feel two ways. One way it's like I do love this move for them because it gives them another threat. And if you thought the Ravens rushing attack was elite last season, yes, they gave up Gus Edwards. Derrick Henry is still one of the best running backs at 30 years old in the league. It's just pure fact. And having that 1-2 punch with him and Lamar, I mean, that's going to be scary. But at the end of the day, what it's going to come down to is Lamar making those timely throws in the postseason. Is that's just what it's gonna happen. Like, yes, you can get Derrick Henry. Yes, you can get Derrick Henry, and he will improve your team. But at the end of the day, if you're facing Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, it's on you. And you ain't play up to the level that we know that you can play up to. It looked like you got a little bit startled. It looked like the coaching staff got a little bit startled. Y'all literally went away from the run when the Chiefs scored, and you were scared that they were gonna,
But that's my point. How does Derrick Henry change that?
I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying that's a better situation than the Cowboys.
Something like that. I'm not even talking about something like that. What I'm talking about is for the simple fact that we're talking about Derrick Henry was made an offer, supposedly, hypothetically speaking, Derrick Henry was made an offer by the Cowboys and the Ravens. And he watched the product that both of them put on the field in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What truly is the difference? What I'm telling you is this isn't Patrick Mahomes went out and beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. He went out and beat them. Like that was what you call a quarterback winning. Patrick Mahomes didn't go out there and beat the Ravens. The Ravens forgot how to play football.
No, they went away. They could not stop him. They could not stop Mahomes. They cannot stop Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Go and tell me what was the final score of that game.
Bro, it don't matter. They was playing keep away because they knew as long as we play keep away, it's cool. It's cool. They still both got. They still Mahomes still did his big one both times.
They wasn't playing keep away. That's 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out because they couldn't move the ball. Because they went away from the run. They forgot everything they had done all season. That was the Ravens game to lose, and they lost it, is my point.
No, they definitely like could have done stuff, but like just like the Ravens running the ball, that doesn't necessarily mean they would have won that game. Like,
but they got away from what they're from who they are. as a person. They run the ball, and then that opens up Lamar for the pass. They stopped running the ball, is my point. And that wasn't because they couldn't run the ball. They just forgot what got them to the AFC Championship. They stopped playing football, is what I'm saying. Like that, you don't see that?
No, I see the fact that there's levels in terms of there's the Chiefs and it's everybody else in
But
the
I don't think that.
AFC, but that still doesn't negate the fact that the Ravens have a better shot than the Cowboys of getting to a Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl.
Oh, for
And
sure.
that's what Derrick Henry sees. Although, yes, they could have and should have put up a better fight in the AFC Championship. Derrick Henry's probably looking at it, even if he did get two offers from the Ravens and the Cowboys, just based off how both teams did in the postseason is night and day. Who else?
For
Like,
sure.
who wouldn't want to go to the Ravens? Out of if you're talking about the Ravens and the Cowboys,
For sure.
like, so I think that for the Cowboys, they're really gonna have to build. They do a good job of drafting. Like, I'll give him that. And maybe they're cocky enough. Jerry's cocky enough to be like, we draft well, and we're just gonna have an all-star draft like the Rams did, in 2022 or whatever. So maybe he's leaning on that. But like you say, they're not really known to like get big time free agents,
That's why I think this whole
in the
hypothetical
in the
was kind of senseless. Only because and not that it wasn't a great debate to have. It is, but I don't think that we made an offer. I truly don't. Like I don't see that we made an offer. I don't think that happened.
I think y'all did, but let's get into this Kirk Cousins / Justin Fields, conversation. Yesterday, Kirk Cousins, he signs a 4-year deal, $180 million to the Falcons. Now, who do the Falcons have? They got Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Bijan Robinson. They have weapons offensively, and they have, a good defense, right? For the longest time, I thought that it was a foregone conclusion that Justin Fields was going to be an Atlanta Falcon. I thought he was about to, be Michael Vick 2.0 in that John. Like, I thought he was about to turn Atlanta up. So my biggest issue with Kirk Cousins coming to Atlanta, I don't think it's smart. It's a Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta is a high risk, low reward. You're literally giving a 4-year contract to a guy who's 36 years old, coming off an ACL? No, coming off an Achilles. Was it Achilles or ACL?
I think it was Achilles.
Achilles. You got a 36-year-old coming off an Achilles injury who has won one playoff game in his career. Like, we're not talking about a guy who like is a winner in the postseason. Kirk Cousins puts up garbage stats and beats bad teams in the regular season. That's what he does. He's a respectable quarterback. And if it was a team friendly deal and all that stuff, or if it wasn't that much money, I could see. But you're giving this big contract to a guy acting like he's gonna be your savior, that missing piece for you to win a Super Bowl. I just simply don't see that, and I'm confused as to why Kirk Cousins is being overrated. Like, he will be a savior. And to the Justin Fields point, you have a guy in Justin Fields. It's low risk, high reward. Because if he doesn't work out, all right, cool, go ahead. Next year, go get yourself a quarterback or whatever. But it's like he has tremendous upside. So where, come on, just take that low risk and see what he can do. Versus you giving a bunch of money. And the thing is, last thing before I get to you, Justin Fields could have went to the Falcons for like maybe like 15, 20 million a year. He could have got less money than Baker, or he might have still been on a rookie deal. So I just don't see. What's your thoughts on it? I don't really like the move, and I could see them winning the NFC South, but they ain't no like Super Bowl contender with Kirk Cousins. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, I'm not buying that they're a Super Bowl contender. But to be frank, I don't think we were buying that they would be a Super Bowl contender or even a really anything with Justin Fields either. Were we?
I mean, no, not a Super Bowl contender, but I mean,
okay.
high upside.
I don't know that there's high upside either. I don't know about that. Let me ask you this: do you rate them better with Kirk Cousins than you do with Justin Fields?
In the regular season.
Wait, but Justin Fields has never made the postseason. So, do you rate them better with
No,
Kirk?
bro. What I'm saying is like with Kirk Cousins, I know what I'm getting. With Justin Fields, I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Like the Bears are literally the worst franchise, maybe in the whole entire league, with developing quarterbacks. So I don't know what Justin Fields is. I know what Kirk Cousins is. I'm picking Baker Mayfield over him. I promise you.
Okay. What I think is is that you know what Kirk Cousins is. You got all of these young players. You got probably people are gonna say I'm crazy, but they have probably a top. I don't want to put a number on it, but they have a top half skill player offense. That offense in terms of skill players is top half in the league. I don't know where. I'm not gonna say top 10 or top. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy like that. But I would say they're top. It's 32 teams in the league, 16.
They got some weapons.
Yeah. They're a top half skill player wise. They're top half in the league, right? So I think what you have is hey, can Justin Fields get my skill players the ball? I don't know that he can.
Let me see what DJ Moore did last season. Hold up. Well, you can keep going.
Yeah, I don't know that Justin Fields can get my skill players the ball. Do I know that Kirk Cousins can get my skill players the ball? Did Justin Jefferson get the ball? Did Adam Thielen get the ball? They used to get the ball. Them boys used to touch the rock. You feel what I'm saying? So I know that Kirk Cousins will get my skill players the ball, especially my young developing skill players. I got a whole bunch of young developing wide receivers. I got a Kyle Pitts who haven't touched the ball more than 10 times in 3 seasons that he's been in Atlanta. Like I got a Kyle Pitts down here who should be a top half tight end in the league, but he can't touch
the ball. But a rushing attack. We talk about Lamar and Derrick Henry. Look, Justin Fields and Bijan Robinson in the backfield. Oh my God. Like, come on.
Hey,
and DJ Moore had almost 1,400 yards and 8 touchdowns. He had the ball.
Hey, what did we just say? What did we just say Lamar Jackson didn't do? Make the throw. I don't know that Justin Fields can make the throw. You know what I do know Kirk Cousins can do? You know what I do know Kirk Cousins can do?
What do you know?
He can throw the hell out the rock. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's gonna make the best decision. I'm not saying he's great. What I know is he can throw the hell out the pigskin. I don't know if he's gonna make the best decision.
Let me ask you this.
What?
Let me ask you this. Game for your life. Where does Kirk Cousins rank amongst all the quarterbacks in the league?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't take him with a game for my
life. What are we talking about? So what are we talking about? That's my thing. Like,
what am I taking Justin Fields in a game for my life?
But you don't know. You don't know how good he is. That's my thing. You don't know.
But my point is, this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking. Listen, I'm not talking to you right now. What I'm talking to you about if I'm a front office, why I sit there and I take Kirk Cousins over Justin Fields. If I have a top half skill player core in the league right now, what am I putting them to waste for by going and getting Justin Fields?
Say it again.
If I have a top half skill core in the league right now, what am I putting them to waste for by going to get Justin Fields?
You serious?
I'm asking. Because we don't know. So here's the point. If we don't know, why am I going to get Justin Fields and we find out that he can't? What I do know about Kirk Cousins is that he can throw the ball. Did we pay too much for him? Sure. Sure, they paid too much. For a 36-year-old coming off an Achilles, yes, they paid too much. But the unknown is if I go and get Justin Fields and I got this top half skill core in the league, do I know that Justin Fields can get any of them the ball? I don't know that. You just said that they would have one of the best rushing attacks in the league with him and Bijan in the backfield. That's great. Hey, Kirk Cousins, hand the ball off to Bijan and get the hell out the way. And throw the ball when we need you to. We've had Desmond Ridder for 2 years, and he hasn't gotten the ball to the skill players. Taylor Heineke, Desmond Ridder. Who else before that? They could not get the ball to the skill players. If you can't get the ball to my, what did I go out and draft all of these guys for? And you can't get them the ball. That makes no sense. What do I have all of these players on my team for on the offense when we said Desmond Ridder? This should be so easy because all you have to do is be Ryan Tannehill. And
Desmond Ridder, he's trash. Like he's trash. He's
trash.
But
this is my point though. My point is all Desmond Ridder had to go out there and do was be Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee. That's all he had to do. Go out there and get these boys the ball, hand it off to Bijan, and get the hell out the way. Right? That's all we said he had to do. Why bring Justin Fields in here to run the ball? And we don't know.
Justin Fields ain't, but Fields is way better than Ridder. Like, let's keep it at being.
No. And yes, you're right. But what I'm saying is why bring Justin Fields in here to run the ball?
No, he's going pass the rock. But it's like, you feel me? My thing is, I would rather take a low risk, high reward when I know it'd be different if like this is really like a Super Bowl roster, like a real life Super Bowl roster. Like this is a playoff team. This is a playoff team.
Yeah,
but this ain't that. Like
and we just Falcons, got a quarterback that's been to the playoffs.
Bro, the Falcons are treating Kirk Cousins like Matthew Stafford. It's not. No, it's not Matthew Stafford going to the Rams. It's simply not that. So it's like he might get them the ball, but then what's gonna come playoff time? Kirk Cousins does what Kirk Cousins do. Or what happens in a meaningful regular season game? What happens when it's prime time? Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. Kirk Cousins, you feel me?
But that's my point is what do you get? What do you get that's so much better with Justin Fields? I'm really asking. What do you get that's so much better with Justin Fields?
You get a playmaker. You get a guy that can make plays. An
unproven one.
Kirk Cousins unproven.
What?
Kirk Cousins is unproven.
I know exactly what Kirk Cousins is going to bring to the team, honestly. He's a gunslinger. You know what the biggest but this is what I'm explaining to you. I'm not arguing that you're wrong, quite honestly. I don't think you are. But what I'm telling you is I'm telling you why this happened. I'm telling you that front office went out there and watched as they drafted a laundry list of guys, brought in a laundry list of talent, brought in a great defense, and they have all of these guys that can't get the ball. They can't get the ball. So I'm not telling you that you're wrong. You're not necessarily wrong. What I'm telling you is I'm telling you why Kirk Cousins was the choice and not Justin Fields. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right. But what happens is if I'm the front office and I'm sitting up there in my box, I done drafted all of these guys. I done went out and got all of this talent. I done built up this great defense headed by Jesse Bates, who I just got last year, who went out there and had a great season. Like, so I got a very good defense, a very, very good defense at that. I went out and paid for a very good offense. And then I bring in Justin Fields after watching Desmond Ridder not be able to get these guys the ball. And you're telling me that Justin Fields is unproven in being able to get people the ball. What did I go out and pay all of these people for?
But you're basing it off of his time in Chicago. Like,
but if I'm a GM, if you're a GM and you just watched all of these guys that you drafted and paid for not be able to get the ball because I had a quarterback who couldn't get them the ball, would you bring in an unproven quarterback who we don't know if he can get these guys the ball? Or would I bring in who I know to be a gunslinger and a true pocket passer?
if you have young guys, pair them up with a young guy and
No,
let's see what they can do. Let's see what they
no,
can do.
no.
Let's see what they can do. So you think Justin Fields is broken?
No, I'm not saying that. That's why I just said I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is that if I'm a GM and I just watch my guys not be able to touch the ball on account of a horrible quarterback, my guys is getting open. They not touching the ball. I got a quarterback overthrowing him, underthrowing him, side throwing him, whatever it is he out there doing. Why not bring in a true pocket passer? If I have the guys to get open, if I have the guys who can get open, why not bring in a true pocket passer and a gunslinger and Kirk Cousins? Now we paid him way too much, but why not bring him in?
Man, I'm gonna stand by Kirk Cousins overrated. I've seen what he's done in the postseason,
For
or
sure.
what
I
lack of what
also
he's
don't think
done.
either guy moves the needle though. But I'm telling you why Kirk Cousins was the answer and not Justin Fields. And I'm a Justin Fields
All right.
fan. I believe in him. I believe he can go somewhere and do something. But I don't think he was the answer.
It's not looking. It ain't looking good for Fields though. You got Russ to the Steelers, who we about to talk about. We got the Falcons job, the Patriots. They're gonna draft a quarterback. Um, I'm trying to feel like who else would need like. I'm trying to figure out who else in the league is gonna need a quarterback, but Fields might be in the Mac Jones situation the way this looking right now.
Hey,
But he can't be. But he can't be in Chicago. No, he can't back up Caleb. This is gonna be too much. You gotta have if you bring in a rookie quarterback enough, and all that, you gotta bring in like a vet. A vet. You can't bring no guy that's young that is trying to prove himself, be the backup. You don't want that in your QB room.
nah,
But
that's work.
let's get into quickly this Russell Wilson to the Steelers. Was I surprised? I wasn't surprised at all. It seemed like a foregone conclusion, I'll be honest, because the Steelers simply were not it with Kenny Pickett. But some way, somehow, Mike Tomlin was able to get that team to the playoffs. And honestly, if they didn't make hella mistakes and had a competent quarterback, they could have maybe beat the Bills in Buffalo. Like they was in that game. They was in that game. So hats off to Mike Tomlin. I still think that he's a top 2, top 3 coach at worst in the NFL. But I'll say this with Russ, people have been like, on the Russ is washed train, all this stuff.
26
I'm
and 6.
not going, I'm not going with that train. 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Some could argue, stats wise, I'm not going to say this, but
Don't say
some could
it.
argue that he had a better year throwing the football than Jalen Hurts. He definitely had a better year than Deshaun Watson.
Oh, he sure
I
did.
mean, like, so I still feel like there's some game left for Russell Wilson. Now, are the Steelers going to be Super Bowl contenders? No, it's not going to be that. I know he says something
They're gonna
on
give
some.
they're gonna give somebody hell though come the postseason. In the first round, they're gonna give somebody hell.
Oh yeah, no, I think that they can be. I think the Steelers they can be a wild card team, and they will get one win in the playoffs. I believe that. And depending on how it draws up, it could be an upset. On somebody that they could potentially face. They could, get to a divisional round or what they could, bro. They could really, yeah, they could do something. They could do something because what you need, like, how many wins to get to the conference championship? What, 2? Yeah, now aren't going to there, but they can definitely get one win in the playoffs. I like that. And the Steelers have a legit defense. You got Patrick Queen and TJ Watt. Oh my goodness.
It's nasty.
Oh my goodness. And it hurt. It hurt seeing, for all my Eagles fans watching, it hurt seeing Patrick Queen go to the Steelers when it's like, bro, Howie Roseman, he's a good GM, but I'm afraid that it's going to bite us in the ass that once again we are neglecting the linebacker room. I'm like, but we're going to talk about the contenders and all that stuff. I'm going to talk about that more. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the whole Russell Wilson to the Steelers thing?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have much. Paid what 38 mil from Denver still, so I think Pittsburgh is gonna just round out and give him the 40 mil. He's gonna end up touching 40. It's probably he probably getting a mil guaranteed with some incentives or something on the back end. I don't know what the numbers are, but they'll probably round out to 40. The Steelers defense is top tier, right? Their defense is top tier. RJ
Yeah,
their defense is top tier.
yeah,
So
Reese,
you give Russell Wilson a top tier defense, um,
Hollywood.
and some playmakers. It might get scary for somebody. And Mike Tomlin is still a coach. Like he's still a great coach. He's still a great coach. Now,
Yeah,
who did they pick up as their offensive coordinator? I think it's Arthur Smith out of Atlanta.
yeah, Arthur Smith. I mean, he ain't. I feel like people have to, and I fall into this sometimes. I do fall into this sometimes. But just because somebody isn't a great coach,
A great head coach.
they can be a great. Just because somebody isn't a great head coach, they can still be like
A
a
great
great
coordinator.
coordinator.
Yeah.
And for y'all that's Philly fans watching, a perfect example is Frank Reich or Jim Schwartz. Frank Reich was the OC when we won the Super Bowl in 2017, 2018. But when he was a head coach for the Colts, he failed. When he was the head coach for the Panthers, he failed. Jim Schwartz, I forget who he was a head coach of, but he learned quickly. Yeah, my job is to be a defensive coordinator. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
So I do think I'm not going to hold what happened in Atlanta against Arthur Smith. I think he can make some things happen.
Yeah, no, Arthur Smith is a great offensive mind. I sat with him a few times and talked ball. He's a great offensive mind. I don't know, and also he had Desmond Ritter. Let's remember, we just had this whole debate about Desmond Ritter, who's I think going to the Saints, right? That's horrible.
He
Uh,
is as a backup. Oh,
yeah,
he's taking Jameis Winston's spot.
no, yeah, he's taking Jameis Winston's spot as a backup. Derek Carr gonna start. Whatever, that's nasty. But I think Arthur Smith being there is pretty good. He's going to be a good offensive coordinator. And Mike Tomlin, I can't say enough about. So, uh, I mean, it's not much to say there. It's not much to say. It'll be good for the Steelers, and they're gonna give somebody hell come the playoffs.
That's true. Um, yeah, I feel like I do feel like this whole Russ thing is kind of like it's overblown. Like I don't know. Like it's just like the trend right now. I kind of feel like
Ew.
bro,
Ew.
Russell Wilson.
Did you see Danielle Hunter to the to
I,
the to the, to
yeah, I
the
saw
Texans?
that two for like
2 for
49.
48 guaranteed. Ooh.
The Texans are snapping. You got Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter. Yo, they snapping.
That's disgusting.
They snapping. And then you lesser note Jordan Poyer. He with the Dolphins. But they lost a lot of They lost Christian. Well, yeah, they lost a lot of pieces. So they got to get somebody. But yeah, that's some. But like back to Russell Wilson stuff. Like I honestly see Russell Wilson in the same light as Russell Westbrook, in the fact that like they were hated, and then now with Russell Westbrook, he had to humble himself, and now everybody love him. Same thing with Russell Wilson. He's got to humble himself. I bet you everybody's gonna love him next season. Everybody's gonna love him next season. Everybody's been hating, but I think everybody's gonna start loving him that next season. So
All right, that one was a bit of a stretch, but I see what you tried to do. Like I get it. I get it. I get
the
it.
two Russells, young, you feel me?
I get it.
No.
It was that one wasn't.
Hey,
You
let's
do
get
pretty good.
to,
You be pretty good at the analogies, but I didn't like that one too much.
chat. Was that a good John or you mean?
That one was
Let me
a little
know.
stretch. I think that one was a stretch.
Hey,
That one was kind of crazy.
let's rank.
Most hated. Russell Westbrook was always most hated. Let's not get it twisted. Like Russell Westbrook
But
was,
now he's loved.
but like he wasn't most hated when he got to the Lakers, and then he was able to go to another team and like revive his image. Like Russell Westbrook was most hated when he was in OKC. He was always
Doesn't Russell Wilson have to revive his image? They talking about he's a bad teammate. He isn't personable.
But what I'm saying is Russell Wilson wasn't hated for the majority of his career. Russell Westbrook was always like a pretty like borderline not like the dude. Maybe hated is a bit crazy, but like Russell Westbrook wasn't like the most beloved player in the league.
I disagree because when KD left, it was like he had a lot of love. It was like,
but it wasn't love for him. It was hate for KD, and everybody remembers. And don't you remember like everybody saying like KD needed to leave because Russell Westbrook was taking all of the shots and this, that, and the third, and Russell Westbrook was doing this, and that, like that wasn't. They just ended up hating the fact that KD went to the Warriors. That wasn't like we love Russell Westbrook. KD did him wrong. No, like everybody wanted KD to leave, like, but it was he left and went to the Warriors. That was crazy. But Russell Westbrook was never like a loved, you know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't Russell Wilson was loved when he was in Seattle. Like that was his city, that was his team.
Should ran the ball to Marshawn. That's what they should. And they try to make
but irregardless, like
that's
Marshawn
topic. We getting off topic. Yeah. Let's get into this. Rank the top 5 teams. And for y'all, we're gonna do this last topic on NFL. Then we're gonna get into a fun little NBA topic, and then do some women's college basketball. Definitely want to end it on that. But rank the top 5 teams that you believe will challenge the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. Given the free agency moves, obviously we not totally done, but I do think that you can get a good sense of who's going to be good off of some of these moves. I mean, all the big players have been signed for real.
Give me the Ravens first. First and foremost, give me the Ravens. I'm gonna go AFC because I guess we can go AFC and NFC. But give me the Ravens first. Give me the Bengals. I think they'll be back.
We had to.
They dealt with a lot of injuries, but they'll be back. I'm taking the Bills out of there, man. I think they're going into a rebuild. They lost Gabe Davis, who single-handedly gave the Chiefs hell a couple years back. I don't know if I have 5 on the AFC side. Like, who would you rank here?
I would have number 1, the Eagles. But here's the thing, like they still have a lot of work to do. I still think this is so unbiased right now. I'm so unbiased. I do think the Eagles are the biggest threat to the Chiefs, but as of right now, they're not beating the Chiefs because that linebacking room, the linebacking core, and the safeties simply aren't that, and the cornerbacks. We still have James Bradbury. The defense is trash. Like,
but I mean, y'all would have to see them. Y'all would have to see them like in the Super Bowl to give them like. You see what I'm saying?
I know. Oh, I know. I don't. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Oh, the NFC, that's cake. I'm only really worried about the Packers for real. I'm worried about the Packers and the Rams. The Rams is coming next year. The Rams is coming. So I got the Eagles at number 1. I have
who going to run the ball for the Packers?
I think it's Josh. Wait, is it Josh Jacobs? I'm pretty. Wait,
is it?
I'm pretty sure that joins Josh Jacobs, bro. Or chat. I'm pretty sure Josh Jacobs. Why is it not loading? Yeah, he a Packer. Yeah. Yeah, so they're gonna be and they're gonna have another year with the Rivers, who's really so the Packers gonna be nice. Jordan Love is nice. Um, but I'll say number one, the Eagles. I'll say number two, the Texans. The Texans. I think in the AFC, they're the biggest threat. If CJ Stroud continues to do what he's been doing and play at this elite level, and now they really have a bona fide defense with Daniil Hunter, you got Will Anderson coming, in his second year. You have a great coach and D'Amico Ryans. You got some stud wide receivers that are young, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. They got what I don't know who they got for they running. Who they get for they running back? Because they lost Devin Singletary.
Joe Mixon.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah. The Texans gonna be nice, yo. Texans gonna be nice. So they're number two in my eyes. Definitely number one in the AFC. Number three, I'll go with the Ravens. I trust Lamar is always going to put up a big fight. I think they're coached well, even though they get flustered sometimes when they are facing the greatest of all time. But I'll give them that respect that they should be in the top five. They at
What?
number three. I'm gonna go back to the NFC.
Wait, the what?
What?
Did you say the greatest of all time?
He gonna yeah. Nah, I mean like I was just like right now like. Now he ain't the greatest all time right
No,
now.
it's
I'm
not. It
talking
wasn't meant
like
to argue. I just wanted to make sure that that's what you said.
no,
Honestly,
I mean like
it's
I
good.
mean
It's
I still
good.
got Brady, but it's like
It's
he's the
good.
greatest quarterback I ever seen in my life. Yeah.
It's
But
good for sure.
I got Eagles, Texans, Ravens. I'm gonna go back to the NFC. I believe the Rams, they'll be I'm scared for I'm legit scared for the Rams. And at number five, bro, I could go to the NFC, but I'll put this. I believe in John Harbaugh. I believe he might be able to change life with the Chargers. I'll say the Chargers at number five. You feel me?
Nah, I don't. That was that was real crazy. Um,
The Chargers is cool,
for sure. Did you just leave out the 49ers on purpose?
bro. The downfall is coming for the 49ers. It's coming. I'm trying to tell you, and
This
people
year?
who've been, it's coming, bro.
This year?
Coming,
This
bro.
year? This upcoming year?
If you have Debo Samuel saying after Super Bowl, yeah, I mean, I don't know when next time he's gonna get here. I mean, he looks defeated. They look defeated. Like, no, they're done. They're releasing guys like Eric Armstead because they're preparing to pay Brock Purdy a contract that I don't know if he's necessarily worth. Although I do think that he's a good quarterback, but
Yeah, that's
I
gonna
just
be
feel
crazy.
like their window. I feel like their window, you know, has closed. Like you had your chance twice. You had your chance twice.
Yeah,
And especially when they fired my man Steve Wilkes. Nah, nah, that's that karma coming in them. No, I don't got no. Like, you really like you worry for the I nobody scared of the 49ers. Well, I take that back. Maybe yeah, Dak is.
didn't y'all just get blown out by them too?
No, I mean, look, we beat them though in the
No,
playoffs.
y'all did.
We beat them in the playoffs. They beat us in regular season. Look, we beat them when it mattered. Like, come on, stop playing. Stop playing.
There's asterisk there.
Stop playing, yo. Stop playing. Did
There's
you
an
even say you're five though?
Yeah, no. Yeah, give me the Ravens, give me Houston, give me in no particular order, so we can move. Give me Ravens, give me Houston. Um, yeah, I'm still throwing the 49ers in there, even if they're at fifth, because it's just like I don't
I
in
mean,
the
I would have
NFC.
said, yeah. I mean, it ain't to
Like I
yeah.
don't. They went to a Super Bowl. I don't know how you. They was one step away and then went to the Super Bowl. Like how do you?
No, I'll give
I
you
can't,
that. I'll give you that.
I can't just like take them out and just be like, oh yeah, the downfall is here. Like I don't know. I hope it is. I hope it is.
For real, I hope.
Yeah, I surely hope it is, but shit, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to see what that be like. I don't. I ain't made it. I'm trying to make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah. So give me the Ravens. Give me Houston. Give me and then yeah, I think you gotta go. I don't. I hate going Green Bay because they're on the NFC side too. Because it's like I don't think they're gonna make the Super Bowl per se. Like I don't think that's really. I guess. I
They'll
guess
be
I.
a contender. I'm scared. I'm legit. Like I see them. I'm like, damn, we gotta bring our. That's what I'm thinking. Like we gotta bring our A game. Like
Yeah. 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 Um. Who else is there on
the
the?
Packers, like, I mean, like the Dolphins not gonna do nothing.
Yeah,
The
like I don't
the
see.
Bengals, the
I guess what I'm saying
Bengals.
is I don't see too many. I don't see too many like. I don't see too many real contenders yet. Like I think they're gonna be who they're gonna be. Is that
You don't
crazy?
think?
I think the Chiefs are who they are right now, bro.
No, they.
There's
I mean, look, they in the class of themselves. Like this is what it
yeah,
is.
like I
This is
don't
what it is.
uh like who's really
No, I don't think anybody else. The Bills, that's a downfall that is really coming.
no
That's a
they're,
downfall.
they're in rebuild for real.
Uh,
They're in
that
rebuild.
that's a downfall that's coming because they paid all these guys thinking that they was gonna, win a championship. Then you don't. Now you got to release all these guys with no chip. Like that's a bad job. Yeah, that's a bad job. I mean, they'll always be in the hunt for the playoffs and stuff just because they got Josh Allen. But like,
Oh, the Bengals in Cleveland. The Bengals in Cleveland. That's my fourth and fifth.
see, here you go. Here you go.
Bro, you gotta round it out.
Here
I'm
you
not
go.
putting y'all in there. I'm not
There's
putting
no way you think Deshaun Watson is going to be a real player next year.
I don't know, bro. Probably not. Probably not. But if I had to choose 5 teams who are biggest threats to the Chiefs, it's probably them.
What if they get Joe Flacco coming in again? or,
Wow.
or
Who's
Jameis Winston?
bro? There's not there. What I'm telling you is, bro, if you think that the Eagles, like I'm not putting the Eagles in my 5. I'm not putting the Eagles in my 5. And without like they're and that means y'all have to
Just
get to the
biased.
huh?
Just biased.
No, because here's my problem. The Chiefs, the now Chiefs have a much better defense and an okay offense. Y'all's problem isn't offense. Y'all's problem is defense. You have nothing for Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Or Rashee Rice for that matter.
I mean, we got a good ass defensive line. We're not done yet, though. We're not done yet. We not done yet. But like, bro, I feel like what we is gonna do is just drop 40 every game. Every game, we gonna drop 30 every game. Like, I just don't feel like how can you not drop 30 every game with that lineup? Like,
We've
you
seen
gotta drop 30
we've
piece
seen
every
Kellen
game.
Moore drop 30 every game and choke.
With the Cowboys, that's like it's y'all not win nothing as long as Jerry's alive. I hope Jerry lives to 100 years old. So you feel me?
That's real crazy, bro.
Let me stop.
That's real crazy.
Hey, let me get into some NBA. Proposed a good topic. I like it a lot. It was who will make a deeper playoff run, the Mavs, the Warriors, or the Lakers? I would say the Lakers. Now, I'm not this Lakers fanboy that a lot of people are. I'm not a Lakers fanboy.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I'm not even. I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm not what I used to be when I was younger. Like I realized,
Are you a less of a LeBron fan now?
I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm just not like as like bruh, like you feel me? Like I'm just like, yeah, like LeBron, cool. Like when I appreciate his greatness, he's still the best player I've ever seen with my own eyes. But like I'm just not like I used to be. I'm not even gonna say that word. But I was just I was a super Brown fan. I thought like he was gonna make it to the championship every single year. I don't believe that no more. That kind of said, and that's what I was trying to say. But I do believe if you put the Lakers against any other team in the West outside of the Nuggets, they have a chance to win. They own the Thunder. The Timberwolves ain't nothing. The Clippers ain't nothing. I've been saying this for a long time, but y'all gonna stop overrating the Clippers, bro. Oh, but nobody's worried about them. Nobody's worried about playoff P. Nobody's worried about playoff James Harden. Kawhi Leonard always gets knick-knacked in the playoffs. The Clippers ain't, they have a great coach, but I ain't really worried about them. And I think just ultimately, if they just get in the playoffs, I believe that there'll be a tough out for anybody. And the only team that definitively I say, all right, has that edge over them is Denver. Just like I feel like even like psychologically, there it's just like Denver knows we own the Lakers. And before you go, I'll say with the Mavericks, I hate the way they play. I hate the way they play. And the way that Luka
Great for
plays
betting though.
basketball, great for betting.
Great for betting.
10 assists, 10 rebounds. That 30 ball from Luka is a guarantee every single night.
That
Guarantee.
50 to that between 50 to 53 and a half PRA. Chef's kiss every night.
Bro.
Matter of fact, I gotta put my plays in now. Damn,
yeah, I mean, cool. we might have what some games are what 7-10. You mean?
Yeah.
But like, you know, I'll really say I don't like the way that the Mavericks play. Like, I feel like Luka is the person in the group project that want to do everything. Everything. And it's like, dog, if you want to have the best product out there, you have to have everybody be their best self. If you're doing everything for everybody, it can only be this, it can only be so good. It can only be so good. And on the court, it's like if you're the only one that's scoring, if you're the only one that's dishing assists, if you're the only one that's rebounding, it's like, come on, come on. So that puts a cap on what the Mavericks can do. And Jason Kidd, he ain't a coach that's gonna get you over the hump. He's not. He's not. He had Giannis, he couldn't get him over the hump. He has Luka, can't get them over the hump. I don't believe that he's that coach that can get a team over the hump. And then with the Warriors, I like them though. I like the Warriors, but I don't think they have the size and length to really match up with, you know, various teams like in the West. I think the Kings got them. I think, you know, I think the Thunder got them. I think I don't know about the Timberwolves, but I think several teams. I think they can be got early. But yeah, let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, I honestly proposed the topic because I didn't think we was gonna agree. I thought you was gonna have somebody else. Glad to hear that you got some sense today. So yeah, let's go with the Lakers. Let's go with the Lakers. There's a lot of things wrong with the Lakers, but there's a lot right with them too sometimes. And when it's right, it's good. I don't think there's anybody in the play-in that's like honestly like for real gonna beat us. The Mavs gonna give us a good run. They always do, but nah, we'll make it out of the play-in. We'll be okay. And then once we make it out of the play-in, we giving everybody hell. We'll even give Denver hell, but we probably won't beat them. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
now it might be like I think best case scenario, a 6-game series that's close every game. That's the best.
It'll probably be 4 or 5.
Yeah,
But
it's
it'll
gonna
be 4 or 5 decided by like every game decided by like less than 10 points or something like that. Like
yeah.
The point spread after the games, like they'll like after all 4 games, they'll be winning by like, I don't know, probably like 30 points or something like that. Like after all 4 games. Like it'll be 4 games decided by less than 10 points. It's okay. But yeah, give me the Lakers. You said everything I thought I was gonna have to say, so it's cool. Let's move.
All right, last topic of the day: LSU versus South Carolina. Now, I'll say this.
I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna close.
Yeah, I'll say this. I love women's college basketball. Like, I don't even like to watch men's college basketball. It's not exciting to me. I don't see any passion for it. I don't see any real hunger. Like, I simply don't see that. It's not a knock on the guys, but I don't see that. But
it's not excited no more for real.
College basketball, I see myself like in the crib watching game after game. It's several people. It's several superstars that are carrying the game, from Caitlin Clark to Angel Reese to Juju Watkins. I mean, I keep going on and on. Like, there's some legit superstars, and I'm very, very happy of how they're growing the game and all that. And LSU versus South Carolina was a movie. It was a movie. I was watching that, Joe, like, this feel like some like 90s ball. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, they
and Angel Reese don't care. Like, her and Camille Cardoso, I mean, they got real beef. Yeah. They got real beef, and sure. I love that.
For sure.
And but I don't like it.
That. I don't like it no more, though.
Why?
I don't like it no more. And here's why. I truly don't believe, it's going to sound crazy, and somebody going to hate it. I truly don't believe, like, okay, first of all, let's get into the coaches. Let me, disclaimer. Kim Mulkey was dead ass wrong for saying what she said. She was dead wrong for saying what she said. But here's the problem. We don't hold Kim Mulkey accountable. Kim Mulkey is who she is, and she's been saying the craziest things since she was coaching at Baylor in 2001. Kim Mulkey does not say these things because she's a 4-time national champion. I don't care what anybody says. That is truly who Kim Mulkey is. This is the problem with that. It was wrong to say, but these are the things that everybody thinks in real life anyway. Kim Mulkey just doesn't care, and she'll get up there and say it. You can't tell me these ain't the things that your coaches be thinking in the locker room that we think as fans because I'm gonna keep it a stack. That's what I said. What she said in the press conference is what I said sitting there watching the game. I was like, man, Camilla wouldn't have did that to Angel, bro. She wouldn't have did that to Angel because Angel was messing with her all game, pushing her, pulling her hair, all types of crazy stuff. She ain't never did nothing crazy like that out her body to Angel Reese. She ain't never did nothing out the body to Angel Reese.
Yeah.
She seen Flage, and she went ahead and took advantage, bro. And I didn't respect that at all. I really truly didn't. Cause I just felt as though, bro, like, first of all, I don't know the way that everybody else seen it, but from my vantage point, what I seen, the girl was running up talking trash in Flage's face anyway. Flage gave her a little light, you know what I'm saying, a little light shove or whatever. They could have kept all that pushing. Camilo Cardoso coming in there and doing what she did was utterly ridiculous. And at 6'8", 200, whatever it is, pounds.
Yeah, you too big for that. You too big for that.
You too big to be doing that to people Flage's size, bro. Like, you're tripping. Yeah. You're tripping. That's like and I hate to put that type of tag on people, but that feel like bullying. Like, that don't feel like that feel like you knowing how big you is. That feel like you knowing like exactly what's gonna happen, and you went and did it. Like, you knew you was gonna send Flage flying, and you was like, I'm finna go knock Shorty out.
I know Dawn Staley was in that locker room grilling them. I know she was. She brought out North Philly in that locker room.
Cooking, right
after the game.
Cooking, right?
What Camilla say?
But that's my point.
I'm not that player. And so here's my rebuttal to what you said about Kim Mulkey. She can't say that publicly. I
And
thought that in my head.
she
I
can't.
I thought
She
that in
can't.
my head. But
She
you
can't.
see the
And
difference.
even more to the point, though, I got you. I'm gonna let you go. Even more to the point, the real problem is if this was an NFL or NBA game, nobody would have cared that she said it. The problem is that she's supposed to be a leader of young women. She's supposed to be a leader of 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year old young women. You're inciting violence with kids, and that's where she was dead wrong at. That's where she was dead wrong at. But if it was the NFL, the NBA, hell, maybe even the WNBA.
Yeah,
Like, I don't
you
feel like
can't
nobody
say
would have
that.
said nothing because that's all adults handling their business, how they gonna handle it. If
No,
it
I agree.
you feel what I'm saying? But
I
inciting violence when you're supposed to be a leader of young women, even if it was a men's college basketball game, inciting violence when you're supposed to be a leader of young men or young women is where we have to draw the line. And that's why the problem is what it is. I feel like people aren't saying that part enough. Like, don't just say Kim Mulkey shouldn't have did this and that and the third. No, because I truly believe if it was an NFL or NBA or a professional sports setting, nobody would have batted an eye. The problem is that she's supposed to be a leader of young women and she's inciting violence with kids. Now I'll let you go.
I just you see the difference between coaching in the response of Don Staley versus Kim Mulkey. From the beginning, right to the game, Don Staley is saying this was unacceptable. She apologized to the basketball community for what happened. Like, she took full accountability, and it wasn't even her fault. She took accountability for her program and what happened. I believe her and Flaw J even spoke together after the game. I believe Flaw J was like, "Hey, I ain't that player." They had a conversation. It's that respect there. So Don Staley, she always carries herself with class, and she's the best coach in the game. She shows it because you see that South Carolina team, it doesn't have the superstar power that LSU has. They simply don't. They got Malaysia for Wiley. Oh my, she is that's a star. That's a star. And unfortunately, because of that fight, it kind of like overshadowed what Malaysia did. Oh my goodness. I mean, she was on fire. She was simply on fire. Nobody can stop her. And yes, Juju Watkins, in terms of like as freshman, she's one of one. She is one of them. But Malaysia for Wiley, she is really different. She's really different. She's not at USC. She's not in Cali. She's not, the most like glamorous in terms of like, her game and all that. But if you really watch the tape, bro, she really is one of them, and she was cooking them at LSU. But back to the coaching, I just feel like Don Staley does less with more, and Kim Mulkey this season is doing, less. Wait, did I say that shit?
Yeah, no, you said it wrong. Doing more. Don Staley's doing more with less. Kim Mulkey is doing
Don
less.
Staley, yeah, you feel me? Don Staley is doing more with less. I feel like Kim Mulkey is doing less with more. Like, the LSU team is winning strictly off talent. But if you watch the game, there's no real plays designed for Angel Reese. And there's no real way.
Oh,
There's no real way that I feel like Kim Mulkey has made Angel Reese a better player. All she does is what? Get rebounds, get putbacks. If I'm a coach, or if you're a coach, you want to make your players be the best they can be, help them grow. Where's the face-up game? That's coaching. Like, you got to challenge your players to get outside their comfort zone. So I feel like if you put that same roster that LSU has in South Carolina, they're going undefeated. They're going undefeated. Because South Carolina, they got some players. They do. But their star power, it's not what LSU is. And my last point is the South Carolina was in that game without Camila Gardoso. Because she was in foul trouble damn near like the whole entire game. and they was still dominating. They was still controlling the game. And my favorite part with Don Staley was against Tennessee. She trusted her best player in Camilla to hit that three when she had no business shooting that shot. But she was like, here, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Go win us that game. You're the reason why we're even here in the first place. Go ahead and shoot it. Your coach gives you that confidence. That gives you everything you need. So that's my spill on how this Dawn Staley is, a class above the rest and how she carries herself, that Sunday afternoon.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
CJ Gardner-Johnson to back to the Eagles, $33 million.
Hold up. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah. AB. We lit, baby. We lit, baby. Oh. Hey, Debo, we coming for you, boy. We come for you, boy. Baker Mayfield, we come for you, boy. We're coming. Oh, hold up. I'm about to have a party tonight. CJ, see, I gotta put my phone on do not disturb because you just missed so much stuff. And just shout out to Howie Roseman. Thank you for, getting this boy CJ back. And I'm glad that he's back. Again, I will welcome him with open arms because we are a better team with CJ and we should never let him go in the first place. So thank you. Thank you for bringing this guy back. I feel great. He talked crazy, but that's what Philly is. All we need is a linebacker. And I'm telling you, we're gonna be Super Bowl bound. I'm not there yet. We still need a linebacker. But Howie's cooking.
I'm getting off this joint, bro. I ain't made my best.
I love it. Hey, I love y'all. Legends live forever. With MJ and Kobe, this episode ended in the best way possible. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. My boy Kobe, we out this joint.